And once again, as if you didn't know, as if you wouldn't think it, in the Shiz house, it is the Golden One, Ricky Goldman. This, I said, this is the channel that simply should be acknowledged. It is the People's Wrestling Channel. And this is the 2022 Revolution review. So let's get right into this. There was a match on the buy-in. First match was Chris Statlander one-on-one against legit Layla Hirsch. Yeah, this was a nice, decent match. Layla undefeated in 2022. The story here is these were best friends, good friends. All these matches had a storyline. None of these were thrown together like it would be on a kickoff show in WWE. Just thrown together really for no reason. Sorry, I'm my camera now. Stupid cameraman, I'll fire you on the spot. But all these matches had a story. This was an okay match, really not much to add, really not much to say. But coming out on top as your winner was legit Layla Hirsch. Like I said, remaining undefeated in the year of 2022. Next match on the buy-in was, let me find these here, was Hook toe-to-toe with QT Marshall. My first look at Hook here. Don't really get what the big deal about him is, or everybody's going crazy about him. Don't really get it myself. He's okay in the ring. He's decent in the ring. Again, the story here, QT Marshall was trained Hook. And that was it, really. This, again, an okay match. Went fairly fast. And the man, the guy to get the dub was Hook. Next up, the next match was Eric Redbeard, Pac, Penta Oscuro taking on the House of Black. So Aleister Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King. My first look at Brody King here. I'm not too sure why Penta has changed his second name. Apparently that is something to do with his Ring of Honor days. Everybody got the spot in this one. This was a nice, decent match. Again, a match with a storyline here. Did think that Eric Redbeard was going to turn on Pac and Penta. That didn't happen. You had the high-flying action from Pac and Penta. Buddy making his official in-ring debut for AEW. No one really took a place here. This was a good match, probably the best match on the buy-in, and the team with that victory was the House of Black. But you can have a victory, and you're probably thinking, how do I look as sharp, as cool, as suave as you, Mr. Goldman? And this is how. That is right, the one-stop shop, the only place to get my t-shirts, protein tees, Goldman's, get all 5 designs. As we go into the official card, and a match to start it all was Chris Jericho taking on his opponent for the evening, Eddie Kingston. Eddie seemed facing this one, Chris Jericho back to being heel. This was a good opening match. Eddie Kingston coming right at the gate, right out of the blocks, going after Chris Jericho, not taking any chances. Chris Jericho, usually happy coming on the way to the ring with the crowd singing, more in an angry, sinister mood this time. Both of them pulling out all the stops. Eddie getting dumped on his head, Chris Jericho getting dumped on his head. A Lionsault from Chris Jericho, a Walls of Jericho from Mr. White, from Y2J. Crowd seems to be more on Eddie's side than Chris Jericho's. So Eddie's now a new hot favourite in AEW. Good opening match. Fairly quick, but still good. And the man that now can call himself the winner of this opening contest, this opening fall, was Eddie Kingston. So a big win, huge win for Eddie Kingston, beating Chris Jericho. Hopefully this now sets him up to bigger and brighter things. Next up was, let me check my notes here, give me 1 second. So yes, for the AEW tag team titles in a 3-way dance, it was the champions, Jurassic Express, the high-flying team of the Young Bucks, and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon. Unfortunately, the stream went off, so I missed quite a lot of this match. But this was a good match. All men, leaving it all out there. All got the spots. No one was out of place. Apparently Red Dragon and Young Bucks had some sort of agreement, but it didn't last long. They beat each other up. Jungle Boy high flying, Jungle Boy the man of the match. Super kicks galore, pile driver, and unfortunately the stream went off, but I do know that the winners of this one and still tag team champions, Jurassic Express. Now, I did think that Red Dragon were going to walk out your champions, but this makes sense. Jurassic Express only won the titles, and it is their time, so why the hell not? Let's go into the next match, which was the Face of the Revolution ladder match. So, Powerhouse Hobbs, Christian, Keith Lee, Wardlow, FTW champion Ricky Starks, and Orange Cassidy. Fantastic match here. No one looked out of place. No wild card. Fair enough. You had Danhausen getting involved towards the end of the match, but we'll get into that. Wardlow, Keith Lee, and Powerhouse Hobbs, also the powerhouses of this match, showing their strength. Christian, a ladder match veteran in WWE. Orange Cassidy being his usual laid-back self, picking up the ladder, trying to hit people with it. Powerhouse and Keith Lee pick it up. Orange Cassidy almost snatches down and gets that brass ring, should I say. yeah, fantastic match. You had both Wardlow and Powerhouse try and take out Keith Lee. Powerhouse and Wardlow ripped it at a ladder in half. Wardlow sends Keith Lee and Powerhouse Hobbs off of the stage. Like I said, Danhausen tried to cost making his official pay-per-view debut, trying to cost Ricky Starks a win. Ricky Starks still trying to climb up. Powerbomb from Wardlow to Christian. Ricky Starks climbs up, Wardlow climbs up, powerbomb onto the ladder, and snatching down that brass ring was Wardlow. So it is Wardlow's time. Why the hell not? As I always like to say. So, but why the hell not watch this? So we play a commercial here, and then we get back to more reviewing. Yes, pour me the champagne. You know what to do. Oh, you're back again. I was just speaking to the presence here. But add me, follow me, all my socials, do all of that. Going into another match, another championship match, and it was for the TBS Women's Championship, or TBS Championship. Champion Jade Cargill laying the title on the line and her streak on the line against Tay Conti. So my first look at this title being defended here. This was a fairly quick throwaway match. Jade is okay, nothing fantastic. Tay has really had a big push, but like I said, nah. This probably was the worst match of the night. Jade is still really green as her hair. Okay, match, and really not much else to add here, so let's waste no time in saying still your TBS champion, the one and only Jade Cargill. So cool. She's now got a streak of 29-0, so they're building her as a star, they're making her into a somebody. So why not? Like I always say. Next up was CM Punk in a dog collar match against the arrogant MJF. What a match this was. Great storytelling match. You don't normally see dog collar matches. So, this is a rarity for me. I think I saw dog collar match in WWE years and years ago. So they aren't very rare. And AEW has done one, this one, and made it feel special, really built it up. And it was special. Blood everywhere. Physical match that went the distance. What can I say? So the chain getting used, a missed elbow from the top by CM Punk. The Heat Seeker didn't put CM Punk away. MJF, backing off and scared before the match even started, but CM Punk said no, dragged him to him beat him to a pulp, threw him outside. The action was outside. Into the steps, CM Punk went back in the ring. MJF takes over. The attempted GTS into the Earth armbar. CM Punk fights out of that, hooks on the Anaconda Vice. MJF fights out of this. He does hit the GTS 1, 2, but a kick out from MJF. Coming towards the end of the match now. Out comes Wardlow. And can't find the ring. Where is it? Where's the ring? Where's the ring? But then finds it, gives it to CM Punk. CM Punk puts it on, cracks MJF over the head, over the skull, and 1, 2, 3 later, and your winner of this contest was CM Punk. Now, I would have had MJF win, but it makes sense why CM Punk won. MJF turning on Wardlow. It's Wardlow's time. So yeah, this was good. Next up, continuing with the championship theme of things. For the AEW Women's World Championship, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, put her championship on the line against the challenger, Thunder Rosa. This was a good match. Thunder really put it out there, really tried to win this one, really tried to take that championship away from Britt, that's held this title for nearly a year now. So a long title reign for Britt. Britt was having none of it. Britt was controlling the beginning of the match. Thunder did get back into this. This match was a little to me. After the last match, little exhausted, emotionally exhausted, because it was such a good match, the last one. You saw, submissions, you saw suplexes, you saw drop kicks from Thunder Rosa. Glove on. Britt goes for the lockjaw. Thunder fights out of it. But applies a lockjaw of her own. Not once, but twice. Rebel distracts the referee. Curb stomp. 1, 2, a kick out. But not for long, as quite shortly afterwards, another curb stomp. And finally, the 1, 2, 3. And winner of this one, and with no title changes yet, still AEW Women's World Champion, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Okay, I thought I would have given the title to Thunder. Now, who beats Britt? Have to wait and see. We did have a former WWE debut, Isaiah Swerve Scott, or now he's called Shane Swerve Strickland. Okay, way too many former WWE. But speaking of WWE, let's keep up with that theme. Here's a taster of an upcoming video. So right there, WrestleMania predictions coming your way, March 31st. Not one, but 2 guests joining me. WrestleMania review coming your way, April 4th. Not 1, but 2 guests joining me. Be there. Make sure to be fucking there. As we go into the next match on AEW Revolution, and it was Bryan Danielson facing his challenge against Jon Moxley. This was a really physical match, another match that went the distance, a lot of ground game, a lot of grappling to start with. Both these men showing they can actually wrestle. This got brutal, then Bryan Danielson with a two-pace to a cedar, high flying through the ropes. The heads connect, headbutt, and I think hardware. Jon Moxley gets busted open, pouring with blood. Bryan Danielson also a little bit bleeding. Back in the ring, they're just destroying each other. Hands left and right, trading blows, trading the kicks to the face, running knee. 1, 2, oof, kicked out to no avail. Bryan Danielson couldn't get the job done. Jon Moxley kept going for the paradigm shift. Jon Moxley was injured, he was hurt, he was bloody. Bryan then goes for the submission. Jon Moxley reverses it and somehow, some way gets the job done and emerges with a victory in the books. So therefore, that means precisely that Jon Moxley was the winner. They didn't stop there, though. After the match, they still continued brawling, fighting. Even security can't separate them. And then here comes another former WWE, William Regal. Massive dip, pop like he was The Rock or like it was Stone Cold himself. Cool, but another former WWE. And someone stop making that noise. Wow, fire, you stupid ass, on the damn spot. Don't make me do it when I'm live with these people and these peasants. They want to see me, they want to come to see me. So you, shut the hell up. The next match, and we're almost done here, was the Icon Sting, Darby Allin, the TNT Undisputed Champion Sammy Guevara taking on AHOF. So, Matt Hardy, Andrade El Idolo, and Isaiah Cassidy. Trios match, which really, I think, protected this stipulation, protected Sting and Sting's age. Fantastic match. Went everywhere. Everybody was involved. They got great spots. Darby Allin with a great entrance. Sting taking the bump through the tables in the stands at 63, 64. Shouldn't have been taking it, but cool. Spanish Fly that Sammy Guevara did on Isaiah Cassidy through the tables. Absolutely crazy. Matt Hardy had his spots. Darby Allin had his spots. He looked fantastic in this one. Weapons galore involved. Steel chairs, trash cans. This went everywhere through a very physical match. Into the ring. Matt Hardy attempts a twist of fate. Darby Allin reverses it into the Scummy and Death Drop, learning from the Icon Sting. Coffin drop. And that gave their team the much needed WIN. So therefore, you've already guessed it, the winners of this one, Sting, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara. real no shocker here. So let's just get moving with the main event of the evening, which was for the big prize for the main title, the AEW World Championship. The champion, Hangman Adam Page, the challenger, Adam Cole, baby. This match had it all, and Adam Cole proved he's at that level, getting a world title shot, a world title opportunity. Really physical match, great storytelling match that went the distance, left it all on the mat. What a match this was. Had it all. You had Red Dragon, you had Dark Order coming out, they were brawling, you had tables involved, you had a Adam Page tombstone for the table on Adam Cole. You had Adam Cole something coming so close to winning, a Panama Sunrise to the outside, back in a Panama Sunrise, the last shot knee, couldn't get it done. This match just went this match was really good. I enjoyed it. Adam Page then ties Adam Cole to the top rope with a belt, super kick after super kick after super kick. Adam Cole gets away, gets free, attempted buckshot lariat, somehow, some way. Adam Cole avoids this, stays on Adam Page. Adam Page collapses. Adam Page is back up. A last shot of his own, the buckshot lariat, and a retention. So therefore, not one single title change the entire night, because still AEW World's Champion, the Hangman Adam Page. So this was a fantastic pay-per-view. I'm going to give it 8 stars out of 10. The only thing I didn't like, too many former WWE. You've got 2 more now, and the length it was. A 6-hour pay-per-view, including the buy-in. It finished at 5 a.m. So thank God I wasn't one of these people that went to the Revolution watch party, or our watch party. Everything was done. I wasn't getting to sleep till 6 a.m., which are ridiculous, but a thoroughly enjoyable pay-per-view. This isn't going to make me watch AEW weekly, but still a good pay-per-view. They always pull out the pay-per-views. I said it was going to be good, and it was. So let's now run through some promotion. So, Pros and Tees, Goldman's, all 5 designs, you know what to do. Facebook, Ricky J. Pate. Let's chat about wrestling. Let's chat about movies. Or you can even get involved in this. The Battle of the Nation Championship, no matter where you're from, you'll be from the UK, from America, wherever you like, wherever you want to, well, wherever you are, get involved. Follow me on Twitter, Rick the Rock 30. Check out my link tree, Ricky G34. WWA World Wrestling Alliance on Facebook. I'll be posting Raw results tonight. And last and never least, for those month-long shout-outs, you simply like and subscribe. 2 bits of business before I go. So a new subscriber and your first shout-out this month, Ian McWilliams. So thank you to you for subscribing. Also, in the description, and I'm going to try and make it a banner as well, but in the description, Domcast. It's a podcast by Dom, a good friend of mine, in the group, our predictions group. So go and check out his podcast if you love wrestling just as much as we do. So once again, that's Domcast. Description, it's in the descriptions. And Ian McWilliams, thank you again for subscribing. It is certainly on the road to 240. Coming your way this week is another movie review. Stay tuned to see what that is. And then that's it for this week. But coming next week will be another TNT review, Ignite the Fire. But once again, like and subscribe for those month-long shout-outs. That's very utmost importance. But for now, it is Ricky Goldman out. Goldsmith. God damn it. Ricky Goldman out.